Morning, how you doing? You've joined me up the north of the island here, and we're virtually, I don't know, 2 miles from Land's End, give or take a few hundred yards, a couple of miles from Land's End. And we come up to deliver some, today we got the same yellow tipper we had on, TP21, that we had on a few vlogs ago. We'd have a little film of this here today, and mainly because on the way back, on the way back we're going to go down the east coast of the island. It's very rare for me to get down that because there's lots of height restrictions. 14'6" is the height restriction in on the coast road. So because I've got this low tipper on, we're going to film that on the way back to Douglas, to the boat, because we've got to ship this trailer out when we finish it. So when we finish this farm, we'll head that direction. So we'll film that because, like I say, it's very rare I get to hug the coast, because we're going to go on the coast road. Up against the wall there. Is that the stuff? Right, we're all connected. We got like neutral, we're squared on, got the PTO on. Let's start watching now. Most of the weight is on my side, so I've got to be careful that it doesn't flex too much here to the right hand side. So do it nice and slowly. There's no rush here, and I might just check it halfway up because there's a lot of weight on the driver's side here. I've got a camera up in the back, so we'll have a look at that as well at the same time. I've got the Sony's here, waiting back. So we've just got to take our time. There's no rush here. Just at that tip. It's a lime product which actually gets spread onto the field, and it does something to the soil and that, which is a good thing. So it's nice and gentle. There's no rush. I'm interested to see how condensed it is. Does it come out quite easily, or does it come out like big lumps like? Beautiful day here. 8.5 now. I think we're in the shelter. I can hear something happening. Okay. Just going to stop it there a second. Right, there's a little bit of flex in the arm, but we can go another arm. It's starting to come out. Just so there's a big bunch of it up by the head, and it's all on one side here. Slowly but surely. There she goes. Hopefully the camera shows that. You'll often see me say there's no rush, and there really isn't a rush, because if it takes you 2 or 3 minutes longer, it doesn't matter, does it? Because you're still going to go home, but you might as well have the job done right rather than having a problem, because then problems add hours, don't they? She's quite high up, you see. Nice tip that though. Ah, she's right. She's all right. She's good. So if I just give it a bit of a thing, she'll be right. It's a powder, but it's like a thick powder, like sand. That's the best way to describe it. Sand. Feels like sand. Just saying that to that camera, it feels like a bit like a sand. And feels like a sand in your hands. So I've got to ship this out, so I've got to give it a clean out. So we'll give it a brush out and then we'll ship it out. I'll lock around. Backwards we go. Do a bit of a spinny here. That was a good tip, that. So that was lime in the end, lift axle. Yes, beautiful job. Right, we'll get ourselves back to Douglas, and this time we're going to go via Ramsey, McMillans, Laxey, and then maybe down the Groudle Head, depending on the traffic. Because the mountain road, they've shut the mountain road while they're getting jobs done on the TT course and that. So we'll just see how we get on. Get over here now. Right. Ahead of me. Right, we're just coming through Ramsey now and we're on to the promenade. And they're just rebuilding this pier here. It's a big long pier. I forget the height of it, the length of it, sorry. But it's very long, and they're just redoing everything, even all the things that stick in the seal, like the stilts and the braces. They're replacing the whole lot on the deck. And there's actually the train track going up the middle of it, and it's getting totally refurbished. What a fantastic thing that is for the future. Your future generations will be able to walk up and down that, and there's some age on it. So we're just on the front of the Titan, as you can see. Just going to head back to Douglas now, but we're going the east coast here of the Isle of Man. So if I was to go behind me now, there'd be about, I don't know, 5 miles to the top, and we're going to do about, I don't know, 14 or 15 going this direction. Now they've closed the mountain road because they're resurfacing it ready for the TT racing. So they're meant to keep this all nice and clear, this main road here, because there's only 2 routes back into Douglas now. So they won't put a skip on it unless they're waiting for the skip to be picked up. So the height restriction is because we go under the train tracks here. This is tighter than it actually looks, to be honest. Careful, don't hit the pavement. Alright, we've done well there. Perfect. Been using. There's lots of little houses over the hedges and that here. You know, they're built into the rock faces overlooking Ramsey there. And although they just look normal from the back side of the house, well, you see the roof, from the front, the facades have got all glass fronts on the buildings. So the view inside them houses will be absolutely beautiful. on the left hand side. Hopefully that back camera will pick that up. A lot of wealthy people live down there. It's very beautiful though. Very quiet. Train tracks, you'll be able to see the tram tracks, electric trains. You see how they go round the coast here in a minute off the cliff face. And on my right hand side you'll actually see the cliff face as we go past it. Right in front of me would be Haysham. If I were in straight line now, I'd say I'd be in Haysham. So here's the rock face now. Motorbike coming, you see. Is that a motorbike or a push bike? It's a tractor. So it's a horse and cart. There's a horse and cart, so just put some hazards on. Right, just in the distance there now, is when we come around the next right-hander, is Laxey. Like this never-ending corner with a little slight straight in the middle of us. see in the front there, hopefully that back camera will show us when we get around this next corner. There's the headlands of Laxey, and down on the right left hand side is the beach there. You might be able to see the beach down there from that height. And if you come to the Isle of Man, I mentioned to you now where the train station is, you can go down to Laxey beach as well, which is about less than a mile to get from the train station to the actual beach. About less than a mile from the train station to the beach, and it's not a struggle. It's just a nice walk. It's quiet. Or you stay on the train and go to Ramsey. But that beach is exceptional, and there's 2 beautiful cafes down there as well. So I can't stress enough just how nice Laxey is. For that matter, Ramsey and Peel and Port Erin. There's lots to do and see over here in the island, so get yourself over here for a week. Every day you'll do something different. Right, we're getting down now into the thinner stuff, the thing into the village. How many population did I say this place had? 5,000? I didn't mention it yet, did I? This place has a population, this is my guesstimate now, because it is expanding all up in the hills there. And I'll just pull in tighter. The crackpot in the car. See that red car here just parked on a stupid spot. Come on then. Come on. Sometimes today. Okay. Ha! Yeah, get on there. I think it would have been bad if she had a taxi. She could call a taxi to go from the car to the curb. Had she parked it next to the curb, there's no issues there. But I don't think they think. They don't think. If I'm a little bit tight at the curb, I'm not going to hold anyone up or cause hassle. Anyway, back to the population. Oh, on the left-hand side, hopefully that back camera's a little wheel there. Now there's a train station down and there, a little tiny train station, and you go under the road here, and it takes you up to the Laxey wheel, which is on the right-hand side here. Getting carried away with the population. Hopefully a Sony camera will pick up the Laxey wheel as we go down this corner here. It will, if you look focus, I'll go slowly on purpose here. Just up in the hill there, you'll see behind me, I'm going slow on purpose, the Laxey wheel there. Anyway, back to the front here now. On the left-hand side is Laxey train station, and there's Woody's cafe there in the train station. Tell him I sent you. Mr. B, the trucker Mr. B sent you, or Boothie, and it's fabulous. And this is it's like a little village, but I'd say in and around there's about 5,000 people. There's a few local pubs here, 4 or 5 of them. There's an old mill here on the on the right hand side, built in the 1800s, like a flour mill. That's superb as well. There's a nice glen there as well. You can walk through the glen and that goes for mile after mile. Right, let's see. You might meet the old village idiot in Laxey. They have the old village idiot. Well, I think they just come out at night time though, I think, I'm not sure. And that's me only joking, by the way. It's actually a great place, Laxey. Right. Should I take to the Island Express driver? Right, this is strictly 30 for all this. And the police do enforce it. Interesting, if you look over the valley there, and I'll show the back camera, I'll pick that up, you'll see the cars coming down the hill where we were when we went past that car there a minute ago. So that's like in like a little valley area. A nuke. My daughter has a house here on the left hand side overlooking it's actually a beautiful house. It's overlooking the harbour and the beach and the water, and there's nothing in the way. It's beautiful. It's just down here on the cliff face, and it looks out over all that there. It's beautiful. It's down that hill there, in fact, on the left. But see the houses here all on the cliff face, the views they have, they're just superb. So if you're quite wealthy and you're coming to the Isle of Man, Laxey is the place to go and live. If you want a small village, right, we're heading out of Laxey now. Is he gonna let me through? Is he, isn't he? Is he, isn't he? Is he, isn't he? He's not, is he? He's a good man, isn't he? It's Kyle anyway. Good man, yeah. We let him off. We let big Kyle off. He's a good lad. Time. Just gets a bit tight in places. Back in the day when I was a young fella, there used to be a place here on the left hand side. It was called the Cradle Glen, and it's used to be a pub here on the left hand side. Now then, we're talking about trains. If you come to the Isle of Man, there's Cradle Glen here. You can get off here, you go down into the glen, which is just up here somewhere. The glen, there's a glen there, the entrance there. And you go down through the glen about, I don't know, 500 metres. And there's a train, a little train station, a steam train, little tiny steam train thing. And it takes you around the cliff face to a cafe. And there's a seal pool around there, where back in the day the seals used to be there. So it takes you around that coast on the left hand side. Hopefully that back camera might pick up that train station, that train track, sorry, which is down by the tree line there. It goes between the tree line. See what I'm saying to you about them people? Crackers, absolutely mental. What's that all about? Are you thick or something? Are you actually thick? What's wrong with a bit of high vis? Or sort of yellow clothes, orange clothes, something. That fella had absolutely nothing, just black. Crackpot. And I wonder why people get fed up with bikes. I mean, I cycle to work and back, so I'm a cyclist, but and I wear high vis all the time because I'm well aware of people. And you need to be in the correct, I could take you around that rock face on the left, but it's too busy. Traffic down there now. Back in the day, you used to be able to go down there. up. On the right hand side is the PokerStars, the gambling company PokerStars. That's their HQ on the right hand side here. Big company that. Now we're coming into, see the train tracks on our right hand side here. It's a beautiful chip shop here as well in front, to recommend it. See how busy it is in there, people having their lunch. Proper fish and chips in there. Excellent. In fact, that gives me an idea for the weekend. I might just go there for some fish and chips at the weekends. Right. In here a second, let the cars past. The battery's getting quite low on that front camera, but I'm hoping it's going to get us the length of the promenade here. The front, either one of the front ones, because this promenade has been refurbished from one end to the other. It's took the last 3 years. But there's been coronavirus as well included in that, so they're just doing the fiddly bits, the finishing touches to make it nice. But now it is, to me, they've done a superb job. Yes, there's parts of it which the finishing touches could be better, but so what? It is a night and day better than what it used to. And even when the horse trams are going to be going up down here, you'll still be able to get through the horse trams driving, whereas you never ever used to. There used to be a big tailback. But the job they've done, to me personally, is excellent, and they can't fault it. Well, there is people who can fault it, but I think compared to what it used to be, it's a pleasure, and they've done a right nice job, especially these roundels. Now there's a bit of thing about pretending, oh, there's going to cause an accident and all this crap. Do you really want a signpost with a thing saying mini roundabout? Do you really need that? To not use it as a normal roundabout? You'll see what I'm on about in a minute. Now come on people, you can drive. The people who are moaning about these roundels, you're just crackers. Absolutely crackers. Do you really want them to paint a white spot in the middle so you know how to go round a roundabout? Can you not visualise a white spot in the middle? Because if you can't visualise that, Jesus Christ, you need to go and take your licence again. It's dead simple. You give way to the people on the right. It's not rocket science. See, there's one of the finishing touches on about. The train tracks are just going to finish the horse trams here to go over the road here. So it's going to be finished hopefully in the next few months. Now this is the first of the roundels. Hopefully that front camera's still going. Now look, it's quite big. See, people cut the corner, they don't go round the roundel. It's a big roundabout. Just treat it as a big roundabout. Don't try and cut corners. What they do, they cut the corner off here. So you give way to the right, which is okay. The people are there. It's a big roundabout. Beautiful thing, that. Absolutely beautiful. 10 times better. You used to have to stop there, traffic lights, and mess about for ages and then stop at another set of traffic lights. Now it's all open plan. And the horse trams are coming down to here to stop, and then they're going round to the end soon. But all here, there's a nice cream parlour. All this has all been done out nicely. They're not on the roundabout yet. And here's the second roundabout now. Look at that's a big roundabout. Do you really need a white spot in the middle? Get with it, people. Give way to the right. There's a car on the right, but he's going to the left. So we go over. Dead simple. What's hard about that? Wow. Now this centre bit, all this pink bit here, I'm led to believe it's going to be like pots of plants and colours and trees and all sorts of different things when it's finished, to stop people doing U-turns on it and such like. Go ahead. Going you. Go on. Go on, love. Bit of right hand down. There's another crackpot. Hands full of them. Beautiful job, this. This used to be like a bloody rough as hell. Now where's he going? Bit of left hand down, bit of left hand, get between the lines. There's very few of them over here, you can go between the lines. Okay, yeah, this is happy in a car. So this all used to be Pelican Crossings. It used to be all Pelican Crossings, this. And it used to be stood here, 30 seconds to a minute, no one on the bloody Pelican Crossing. Just that the traffic lights are on thing. That's just nutter doing here. I know, let's just stand in the road.